to preciousmetalsinvesting.org. My name is Ted Sudol, and I have the pleasure of having as my guest today Paul Mladjenovic. Paul is the author of Precious Metals Investing for Dummies. He also has his own website, ravingcapitalist.com.
Yeah, good to be back on board, Ted. And in the prior video we had spoken about the prospects for silver for 2012, and we're very bullish, and a lot of people are very bullish. And I thought, might as well see what kind of characteristics there are this year that help make it a bullish year. And we know it's a presidential election cycle, and what the president and other incumbents tend to do, and this is true Democrats or Republicans, but they tend to do what they can to raise certainly at least the appearance of a good economy so the incumbents have a better time getting reelected. And this has been true, again, going back decades. And an interesting thing is that very recently when Ben Bernanke mentioned about keeping interest rates low and the potential it has for inflation, you saw that gold and silver had moved up very sharply. And I think that when people understand that part of how they make an economy at least look good is more money being flooded into the economy, a lot of it ends up going into the stock market, and you see a more buoyant and rising stock market. Whether that's artificial or natural, the bottom line is it's there, and it's something that ends up being strongly encouraged during a presidential election year. And that causes the issue where people start saying, oh, I guess the economy is not that bad. I guess it must be doing fine. You know, I'm noticing my 401k plan is doing better than I thought. And so for many people, then, this is what incumbents would like. And but the point is, you do pay for it later on. I mean, there's no such thing as a free lunch when it comes to expanding the money supply for the appearance of a good economy. Sooner or later, you have to pay the piper. And certainly, our debt levels are much, much too high. And of course, a lot of the money being created is going to continue to push the prices of goods and services first slowly upward, and later on, if it goes out of control, it could cause some very strong spikes, in prices. So this is to be worried about. This is part of the reason why we talk to people about having gold and silver.
Right, because as the printing presses are speeded up and more money is in the money supply, basically it follows the law of supply and demand that's been with us throughout history, and is not a law that's going to be overturned very soon. So if you print up a lot more money, it's going to be worth, in terms of real value, in terms of the precious metal value, it'll be worth a lot more.
Exactly. And of course, as politician bureaucrats create more money, whether it's in the United States and elsewhere across the globe, that means more and more people want to stick to sources of value that are not dependent on overproduction. And this is why precious metals are good now, the way they were good 100 years ago and 1,000 years ago, and it'll probably be good a long time to come. So for 2012 and beyond, I think having precious metals is a good part of your overall financial security and diversification strategy.